Hey, hello everyone. Welcome back to IQ World. This is Bill Kennedy, the Service Repair Superintendent for IQ. Today we're going to go over some adjustments on the rolling table. This can be done without removing the support arm and saw motor. We've done that so that you can see what we're doing for visibility's sake, just for this training evolution. Okay, so here's the deal. Let's just say you have a bump and you've identified that you have some play on your table. And how did you do that? You rolled it back, make sure that it's locked. Rolled it all the way back, push the corners, and if there's excessive play, that tells you that either this wheel or this center wheel is out of adjustment. And then you go in the opposite corner, and if there is play, then that tells you that this center wheel and this wheel is out of adjustment. So we're gonna go forward and check it. I've got some play here. So it seems to me that either this center right wheel is out of adjustment or the left rear wheel is out of adjustment because it's got some up and down motion. So let's go ahead and adjust that. First thing you're going to do is remove the table from the stand. Just lay it on top of the stand. Take a straight edge or a carpenter square, lay it across the bottom rollers, which are now facing up, and make sure that all three wheels are rolling simultaneously. So that looks good. Okay, it's rolling. If one of these wheels weren't rolling, all of these wheels, all the small wheels are adjustable. And on this side, only this center wheel is adjustable. So on this side, every wheel is adjustable, and on the upper end, every wheel is adjustable. On the big side, only this center wheel is adjustable. So in this case, we have, the center wheel is kind of suspect right now, so let's make that adjustment. I'm gonna adjust this center wheel so that it comes up a little bit. So you're gonna need a 13mm combo wrench and I think a 5mm T-handle. Loosen it up. You can see the eccentric on this. So as you roll it, the wheel's coming up and then the wheel's going down. So now I'm going to adjust it. So the two back wheels are rolling together, but look at the front wheel, it's not touching. So it's too high. So I'm gonna bring it down. Now the front wheel is rolling, the back wheel is rolling, center wheel is not rolling so much. There you go. So that's a proper adjustment. Good to go. Hold that position in place and tighten the nut. Okay, just the nut. Check your work. Looks like I bumped it up a little bit, so I'm gonna need to lower it. Okay, right there. Kinda check it, make sure. That looks good. All right. And then we'll spin the table around. Check the wheels on this side. And again, only the center wheel here is adjustable. As you can see, all three wheels are rolling, no adjustments necessary. So now we're going to adjust the upper rollers, or check the adjustment on the upper rollers. In order for us to do that, you're going to have to put the table back into the stand. Okay, lock it in place. I would put some weight on it so that you have the downward force, and it basically gives you a realistic adjustment on the table, so that it's not riding high. So I usually take a piece of cinder block, just sit it on the table. Now I've got weight on it. I've got a, basically this is how I would use the table, or how the table would be used. Now I would make the adjustment on the upper rollers. Remember that you have two holes on the side of the stand. One, this is the adjustment for the lower, which we're not going to use, and this is the adjustment for the upper rollers, where we're going to use. And you have that on both sides of the table. So first things first, looking down on the table, you see where the upper roller is approximately. So you line it up so that it's centered on this hole. Check the hole to make sure it's there. You're there. Insert the 5mm, and then using your finger, kind of try to turn the finger. So if you have to make an adjustment, just adjust the eccentric. So this, I'm loosening the wheel. That's a little tight. You hear that? That's the wheel basically spinning against the top rail. So that's a good adjustment. So the back wheel's adjusted. Now we're going to go to the center wheel and do the same thing. View from the top, align the wheel, insert the 5mm. Try to spin that wheel using your finger. If you can't, it's too tight. So loosen it. You may have to loosen the nut on the back side. That's going tight. So we're going to loose the other one. Okay, you hear that noise? That's the wheel spinning up against the upper rail. Okay, so that's a good adjustment. So to adjust the front, you just kind of come around this side, looking down, align where the wheel is, take a peek, insert your 5mm, a little tight. So that's all the way loose. Feel that? That's the wheel spinning. So that's good. Now we go on to the other side. Do the same thing. Start from the back. So 2 holes. You go into the top hole. I've got the wheel pretty much centered. There it is. I've got it. This wheel is spinning. You can hear it. I'm going to go to the center. There it is. Little tight. Too loose. There you go. And then I'm going to come around the front and do the very front wheel. A little tight. A little loose. And then she's golden. So once you're done with that, you're gonna need to remove the table and tighten all the nuts on the back side of the Allen screw. So before we take it out, I mean, you can see how smooth this table rolls now. You get that little bump at the end here, right there. So that, I'm gonna double check that a little later, but the front is good, the back is good. So we'll take the table out. And again, we adjusted the upper wheels, which in this case are these lower wheels that are now facing downwards. So holding this in place, tighten just a nut. Okay. I just like them snug in case I need to make an adjustment. I don't have to loosen them up. Okay. All right. All right. And then what I'll normally do is slide the table back in, double check. So I'll put my weight back on. That still spins good. Spins good. That spins good. Perfect. And perfect. I mean, everybody has their preference. Some of us are a little bit more of a perfectionist than others. So long as your table is rolling smoothly, there are no bumps or the bumps are minimized, you've adjusted your table. And again, try to use some weight on top of it so that you get a realistic feel. Sorry about that. Get a realistic feel for that table. So I'm on an incline right now. If I let this go, there's your table. Okay? Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.